And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. And for the Spurs, Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's G in at the power forward position. And MP recently made a statement that on any given night, he's hyper-focused on beating his primary matchup. Sounds like he's got something to prove.
Well, MP's goal of winning his individual matchups might have actually motivated the opposition because so far it hasn't gone according to plan. He knows he needs to be better in order to stay true to his word and for his team to be successful.
And the NBA always with a great slate of games on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. They've done a great job making that a priority, Greg.
Yeah, they have, B.A. The whole world owes so much to the work of Dr. King. And the NBA has always made sure to honor him on his day.
Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim. Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's George. His last outing, he had 20. Kessler finds George. Now here's Markkanen. Here's the 3. Drains the triple. Markkanen's got 5 points.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
G, no good.
And that miss makes them 4 of 5 to start this one. Not a bad start.
RJ, San Antonio's seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
Here's G, coming off a terrific game against Minnesota. That one's good for 2. 11 points in the game.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's G, and he goes in for the dunk.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, G in their last game against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He contributed 52 points, and he was very efficient with his shooting, with a solid percentage in both field goals and free throws. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose. That game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And the Spurs with some changes. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell, and it's Harper in for Castle. Here's G. 13 points in the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Missed inside. Down low. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Bailey. Markkanen's got 11 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Slams it in one-handed.
He wants to get rid of it. Fox has a nose for the open man.
Utah trailing here. Well, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what makes him such a lethal player, Richard?
Well, for starters, it's his combination of speed and shooting. Still one of the fastest players in this league. And the exciting thing about him, Fox is just now entering into the prime of his career.
Here's G. He's got 15. Counted from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. 13 points in the game.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
And stolen by Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. He's covered by Fox. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Gee, no good.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Oh, there's the alley! And finished off by Kessler.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Here's G. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And Utah ends up going with a new group. And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's G in at the power forward position. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
And you know Bailey isn't going to pass on those chances. He's looking to make an impact on the arc.
Count it. Good. 20 points for G. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Here's Sensabaugh. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. 35 seconds left to play in the first half. Gee, no good. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Utah shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the technical free throw is good.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Markkanen outside. The 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Here's G. 20 points for him. It's tipped. George feels it out a bit. Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Utah ahead, leading by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Thanks for being with us. First off, well, before we move on to the next part of the show, hey, Jet, you get enough sleep last night?
Oh, why are you asking? I'm a little tired, but, I'm a busy man, Ernie. I got a lot going on, but I'm here. Like, what's going on? I'm ready.
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And again, happy Martin Luther King Day as we return to the court here on 2K Sports. Utah leading by 3. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. So the Jazz 5 right now. Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Keontae George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2-guard position. Pass to Bailey. Markkanen for 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. It's Markkanen in the paint.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Here's G. Give him 23. An easy 2 on the layup. G's got 5 points in the quarter.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we see over 120 possessions a game, but the efficiency is at an all-time high.
Seconds into the second half now. Markkanen for 3. And no good.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
Here's G. That one drops for him. Now it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Pass to Sensabaugh. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Coming out of pad, go 1 for 5 from the field. Whatever they discussed is not working.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, you don't see him yell. You don't see him...
Oh, they go up top for Markkanen.
The big man from Finland, Lauri, getting up.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's G. It's guarded by Markkanen. Here's G. The rebound by Markkanen. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Bailey. George passes to Markkanen. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Markkanen's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, Markkanen is in rhythm, providing a major lift to this offense.
You love to see the competitive fire, but he couldn't sink that revenge triple.
George passes to Markkanen. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. San Antonio has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Bailey, the pass to George. And here's Markkanen. George outside. To the paint for the lead. And Markkanen with a nice bucket inside. Markkanen's got 9 points now in the second half.
that's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to... Look for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. And Markkanen subbed in for George. Here's Johnson. San Antonio moving the ball around. Fires for three. Utah grabs the miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Utah leading by 10. They've got Johnson. He's out there with Harper. Devin Vassell out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's G in at the four-man position. That's the San Antonio 5. Pass to Collier. Here's Love. He's guarded by Vassell. Clock at 4. Pulls it. Vassell with the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
The Jazz have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Love outside. Can't get the three.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Shoots a three. Vassell there for the rebound.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
He got it.
Aggressive play by Johnson, pushing through the foul, insisting on getting his shot.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Fox comes in for Harper.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Now here's George. Here's Sensabaugh. Markkanen outside.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. Markkanen hits them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay for the line.
Cash from downtown!
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Yes, sir, it's good!
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Jazz. Jazz leading by 4. Puts up the tray. So confident from range. Markkanen.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Utah shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed them early and often. And guess what? It's working. They have the lead.
And he drives in. Ooh, he leaves no question.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Takes a three. Wembanyama rips down the board. San Antonio's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. No good from 3.
I understand why he took the shot. They need